Hey there, Benowa here, and I'm so excited to welcome you to the Business of Everyday podcast. My earnest desire is that our time together each week would encourage, inspire, and equip you to live each day of your life graciously to the glory of God. So my girl Rosie Kate Afra Ifriye joined me on this one, and we talked about a lot of things, but we delved specifically into how to monetize your passion and ways to navigate the challenges that comes along with that pursuit. Katie Pearls, as she likes to be called, is a fashion designer and administrator. I love her resilience. Aside loving God, she believes happiness is making money out of your passion. Don't we all think so? So apart from loving God and making money, she loves to share her faith with her community on social media. You'd love this episode, so come on now, let's dive in. The truth is, Ghana is really hot right now, and we can all use some cash coming in from other ends aside our main hustles. So today's episode promises to be, really good, and so stick around with us. Hey girl, what's up? How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you too?
I am well. I'm well, thanks. And so, how is everything going?
Everything is fine by the grace of God. Yeah.
Fine. All right, that's fine. So, we want to just kickstart. Sometimes you can tell a story, but if you are not in the same position as someone who has first-hand experience, you might not really get the thing being said well. So, there's this question on my mind about pastors' children. And personally, I have a lot of friends who are pastors' children. And, the whole society and culture and community, everyone has what they have to say about pastors' children. And most times, it's in a negative sense. It's only a few moments that you hear them say, oh, this pastor's child is this and that. So from you, I want you to, tell us something. How is life like being a pastor's child?
Okay, so I'll say on the contrary to popular belief, like people think all pastors' kids should be some way like wild and crazy. In fact, I don't know where that notion comes from, but then pastors' kids are also normal children. Just that our dad's profession, our parents' profession happens to be pastoral ministry. So it's like the average person is under the presumption that pastors' kids, especially daughters, abandon everything they grew up with to become some wild person. Well, maybe it might be true for others, but not in the cases for everyone.
But growing up, did you feel the pressure to, conform to a certain way of life? I mean, if your dad is a pastor, your mom is a pastor, there are certain clothes that you not be allowed to wear. Even sharing from personal experience, my dad is not an osofo, my mom is not an osofo, but I coming from a very religious background, and so there were certain stages in my life that I wasn't allowed to wear trousers. Like, just look at that.
Interesting.
Yes, I wasn't allowed to, wear trousers. It's not like I wanted to do that, but I did that just because I was obeying. But when I go to school, I'll go and wear my trousers. You see the thing? So like people say these things because sometimes they feel like even if your parents are not, asking you to do certain things, society, the groups in church and all those people, every day they are talking. And so they might, with their words and all those things, try to shape you in a way that is not how originally you are. And when we get the smallest chance, we start to, explode. We are now exploring because we've been shielded from so much that now that our eyes are open, we want to try everything. Or
I get what you are saying very much.
Mm.
But growing up, I really resented being a pastor's kid.
Wow.
When your friends, they'll be betting on you to do something, or like, to be honest, it was a challenge. You sometimes have to be a little reserved because, like, if we're all going somewhere, everybody will be doing this. You try to do, they'll be like, hey, so far, and you are doing this. It's like, God. It was really, I don't know how to put that one, but it was a little difficult. But then as to whatever I did, it was not because my parents made me do, but just because I was, let me say, hard-headed, and maybe I was determined to just be different.
Right.
Yes, because as different growing in the church and also knowing Christ,
Right.
So at the point I realized, oh, I've grown all right. I was brought up from a Christian home and all that. But I realized I didn't know God for myself. So it had to take, let me say, some level of determination, some level of encouragement. Like I had to encourage myself and choose to believe in Christ for myself. I choose everything for myself. And it's something I'm really thankful that they encouraged me to do and supported me.
Yeah. I mean, it's really a great privilege to be a pastor's kid. That one, dear. No. It is.
Just like sometimes if you don't take care, you don't really get friends in the church.
Yeah.
Because everyone maybe will think, hey, pastor's daughter. Or people are not going to share things with you.
Yeah.
Be your friend.
You take it to your dad, and they'll become
I know, right?
they'll become a sermon topics.
Exactly.
That's fine, and that was just by the way. We want to just move on straight into what we actually are here to do. Money matters, and so just to start with that, how did it all start for you? In terms of monetizing, I don't know what you monetize. I'm here talking on behalf of my listeners. So I'm going to ask you questions like, even if I know, I don't know. So yes, we are going to speak to us like people you just met. So basically, how did it all start for you in terms of monetizing, the things that you've been able to monetize?
Okay, so basically what my passion was fashion.
Okay.
Yes. So I actually started after national service. In Ghana, after service, you start hunting for jobs here and there. Actually, it's so stressful. If you don't take it, you become stressed out and frustrated,
I know, right?
So it's just in my house, like thinking of what to do as I wait to get a job. That time. Almost every Ghanaian has a family member who knows somebody in government.
Yeah.
That shit. I'm sure by now all my CVs are looking for a job. So actually, after service, I decided to go to a lady in my area who sews, like she makes clothes. I actually loved making clothes, but it wasn't really something I was thinking of going to monetize it or something. But then as I go there, just to while away time, that was what I was thinking. Then I started getting interested. I really liked fashion, all right, but I wasn't thinking I could make clothes for myself because it somehow looked difficult. But when I put my mind to it, I started making clothes, like trying out things, and it was working and all that. So as time went on, I said then things I've started, I would like to have to wear something new every Sunday, in church. So I started not really thinking about monetizing it. But then when I make them, it makes me happy. So you go to church, people will look at you like, who did this dress? I'll be like, oh, I did it. People will like, will you do some for me for this? I realized this thing will work. So after every Sunday, I could get like 2 or 3 people I do the same thing I wear for them.
Wow.
And it was bringing in money. And as well, it was making me happy. Of course, when you are making money out of something that makes you happy, it's so nice. So when I got a job, I still continue all right with my dress. It's just that it became a little hectic because I have to go to job from 8 to 5. Sometimes I have people's dresses. So now I have to develop a strategy. Saturday, I'm off. No way. I use the whole Saturday for cutting all the dresses. Then before I go to work, I wake up very early in the morning to make some of the clothes. Like I start spat, then I do. That's how I went through with this still. And I could see within a week, I could get like my monthly salary. Can you imagine?
Wow.
And because it was becoming fun. Like, just that you always be tired, but it was so nice. Before I go to work, I'm already tired. I've not started work, but I'm tired. But it was all that. Yeah, that's how I started this fashion thing, making money out of it.
Wow. From you speaking, there are so many things that I've picked up. I mean, it
Okay.
was in the beginning when there was no job and you wanted to occupy yourself with something, but the passion was there some way, somehow.
Yeah.
But you didn't go to actually go, I'm going to learn this to make money out of it. You
No.
just went, to while away time. And
Yeah.
as you went into it, your passion became stronger and you did it for yourself. It was good. People saw it, and now the request came.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
for that. And then you got the job, and then you started working, and you were still doing the side hustle thing. But then
Yeah.
one thing you said that really caught my attention was that you still did what you had to do in terms of your regular, weekday work, but then you actually made time on the weekends, like Saturday, you do, all the necessary cuttings and all that you needed to do in order to sew the dresses for your client. So this actually requires a lot of discipline, a lot of determination, a lot of hard
Oh,
work. Because
yeah. And at a point
yeah,
in time, I started schooling. I
okay,
went to Chartered Institute of HR,
okay.
and it was in the evenings. Oh God, my I'll be walking around, and I just need 1 hour sleep was okay for me. Because now I have to wake up very early, make clothes, go to work. Even sometimes I have to source fabrics for my clients. So I have to get permission from work, or within my lunchtime, I have to hurry up. And I didn't know Accra very well, like Accra, where we buy the fabrics. That one too was
Yeah.
a challenge. So I always have to ask my friends, like, where should I pass to get to the place? Because I have to
Wow.
strategize my time, not to go beyond my
Yeah.
break time. Then
Yeah.
when I close at 5, rush to school. School closed like 8, and my school is at Teshi, and I was staying at me. So you can imagine.
Oh.
So it's like that was how my life was running for some months, because I
Wow.
had to do all I had to do. It's like, hey, it wasn't easy, but it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, that's really good, especially, in these times, like literally it is difficult to get, jobs, like the job that you're looking for,
Yeah.
it's difficult to get them. And so when you're able to have a job and also have something running on the side that is bringing you money, that is even more than what you are getting,
I
than
know,
what you are
right?
getting, on a monthly basis, then that's good news. So you mentioned a few of, challenges while you were speaking, but I want you to, throw a little light on some of the things that, starting, like how you started. It's not something that you really planned to do, right?
No,
It's not
not
like,
at all.
I'm going to do this, like this is my strategy, this is this. It didn't start like that for you. So there'll be so many things that you do by, let's say, try and error. You try the thing. If it works, okay, we'll continue. If it doesn't work, we'll leave it and then, do another thing. So in starting and running all the things that you are doing, what would be some things that if you were to, really expand in terms of what you are doing, what are some things that you would do differently in terms of starting a business or, a side hustle?
Oh, okay. So before that, you said something earlier, and I want to say something about it.
Okay.
I think actually words are really powerful. Yeah, even the Bible says it in Proverbs 18:21 that death and
Right.
life are in the power of the tongue.
Mm.
Because I remember after school when I was doing service, I was staying with my auntie, and she used to have like a quiet time with her children. Then she would tell us to write all the things you want to do in 5 years. That was 2017. And I think
That was
that day,
when?
like 2017.
Okay.
And I came and I was tired, and I didn't really want to do anything. So I just wrote anything. I just wrote after service, I want to go to law school. And or if I'm not able to go, I want to do fashion. Like I just wrote it like that. Then after some 3 years, I see myself doing fashion. I'm like, really, words are really powerful.
Yeah.
Words are really powerful. So back to the challenges. So the challenges I've had with my fashion is, I think, when I started monetizing it, I was a little scared because there's a lot of competition with designers in Ghana.
Right.
Not designers per se, like tailors. You can see something online, a designer did it. A tailor can do a similar one for a cheaper price.
Right.
The big challenge in Ghana now, somebody will see you've done something. I remember I did a dress and someone asked me how much is it, and I told the person. The next minute, I saw the person in the dress, but it wasn't the same as what I did. But it was similar and it was okay. And I thought the person paid like lower for it. It's very challenging there. Even I remember when I started in church, someone wanted me to do something for her. Then she did, and I was like, oh, for a child, I'll just take 100 cedis. And that included the fabric. And imagine I was the one going to get the fabric. It's like, I've even dashed the person the money.
Yeah.
And I remember one of mommy was like, hey, your things are expensive. Me, I've not sold a dress for even 50 cedis. I'm like, Jesus, you can't tell me that, because one, you are also mommy. If somebody is doing a dress for you, the person cannot charge you or will not charge you the amount that will be charging an ordinary person. And you shouldn't do that. Besides, I've tried doing something for myself. You have to support me.
That's right.
You don't have to discourage people from coming to me, And another challenge is also with friends. Somebody has known you, like, when did you start doing this? And they don't have confidence in you, even when you reduce your price to, like, if you are dashing them, I don't want to even think about it before accepting, But then what I've learned is, once you take up a bold step to do something or start a business, just keep up to your standards.
Right.
Just keep to your standards. There'll be a time people will wish, oh, when you were dashing us, we should have come for it. That thing.
Yeah.
You just keep to your standard. Whatever you want to deliver, just deliver. That's all I would say. Just keep to your standard. And just know that even Jesus even said it, so that no prophet has glory in his country. So that one, your friends will not have faith in you. So you just keep to your standards. That's all.
Yeah. But sometimes when it comes to, business, I feel like friends are even the ones who are supposed to even support you. When they buy, they are supposed to pay and, even push your business further. But on the contrary, most times you have friends expecting that you do it for free for them. Meanwhile, you're now starting and, you need all the support.
Get some sewing machines, some thread,
Yes. And one thing I also realized is that, when it comes to pricing, like you mentioned, you said something that was really great. You said that, maintain your standard, because if I'm doing something, everything of a certain standard and high quality, it doesn't come cheap. But the thing is, most people want high quality, but at a low cost. And it doesn't work like that. And so you'd have to be cutting corners. You have to be doing this to get the thing done for them. And in the end, it's going to rather affect you. So if you maintain your standard and there are people who are coming, and they make all those comments, when they make those comments, that is not your audience. Those are not your customers. Your customers will definitely find you when you maintain your standard. Because if you don't maintain that originality, if you don't maintain that quality, no one wants to be in business and go at a loss. And so once they are paying you lesser for the high quality job you are giving them, you are losing. And very soon you come to their level and start doing, you pay me what you want to pay, but me too, I know what I'll do.
That is the thing.
And I don't think that's yes. And so I think personally, these are some of the things that, I've noticed in terms of dealing with people, friends, on, money matters, money issues, like business issues. And so did it remain like in church, like you wear the thing to church and people will see you and then you're like, oh, who did this for you? I mean, church is one place that everything you are selling, you find buyers there, especially if you are someone who is known and you're active. Everything you are selling, you are going to find buyers there. So my question really is that did it remain only in church, or you found markets for what you're doing elsewhere? How did you scale up? How did you progress in the business?
Oh, okay. So it didn't remain only in church. I had friends, I don't know, especially my male friends, like recommending me to people. Like if there's someone who call you, be like, oh, this one, give me your number. And also, I have an Instagram page. Like
Okay.
strangers really patronize me more than even people
Oh,
I know.
nice.
Social media also help.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Once in
So,
a while,
okay.
when I make clothes, I make my sister wear them, take pictures and post them, like share around. And
Mm.
I also got clients from that too.
Okay. I wanted us to talk about, because it is very important. Like now you have something, you've been able to identify something that you realize that, I mean, in terms of the fashion industry, in terms of clothing, I don't think that if you are good and you do something, you get markets. You get
Oh
even
yeah,
the even the designers who are always tossing us. You go today, you say, "Oh, come next week." We still go and give our things to them because we need, we wear clothes every day. So this is an industry
yeah.
that if you are serious and if you're on top of your game, you definitely find, people coming. And once I come to you, some of us, we are loyal. When I come to you and what you're doing is really good, I'll bring everybody to you. So how did you really grow your business in terms of online? How did you go about it?
Posting online. So all my social media accounts, I created a social media portal. And also in 21, I did my sister's wedding gown. Like she really had faith in me more than I had faith in
Oh,
myself.
wow.
Yeah, with all her bridesmaids, dresses, and all that. So that one too made me get the grounds. People wanted to
Wow.
see my work. You get people to call you to do something for them, and it also sold.
Wow. And this
It also
actually
sold. Sorry.
started from you just, I'm done with my service. What can I do?
I'm
Let me
waiting.
just,
I'm waiting to
yeah,
get a job.
to get a
You
job.
know?
And it started like this. Wow.
Yeah, and I was
That's
like,
beautiful.
the fashion is the main thing. Like, I really want to do right now.
Mm,
I know I'm outside Ghana working, but then
right.
I have my machine. Like, I've made onto my. Even I haven't really started fully. I have people like, when are you starting? So I'm now trying to
Yeah, because I
get
feel like
some
even there,
most days off
yeah.
to try and do something, because summer is coming and people would like to show some skin and do stuff. So I'm really working on that now.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I like what you just said right now. And it's not just about doing anything. You take advantage of the times and the seasons.
yeah,
And yeah, in a different location, and you're looking at, okay, summer is coming. I need to really put something together because people will be interested in those
yeah.
things. And that is really strategic in doing these things. If we want to really monetize something, it's not just about doing what everyone is doing. It's about looking
It's
for what
about the
is in
time,
demand. Yes. And then the time that people
especially
are
in this
wanting
side
it.
of the world,
Yes.
because in winter,
Can't be sewing
you
jackets.
no, 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 no. And that
You
one,
say
we have the big companies producing
doing
it.
that. Mm,
Yeah. And me being an African, like I know how to source African fabrics. Here, they do not
right.
know that, so that would be my advantage.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
summer is the time that you get to make those African shores to work around. And this place, when the summer is like, they don't want to wear clothes again. Winter will come for
it's
them.
like it's like you being hungry for, or you fasted for, even when you fast for some days and you want to be, you're not even hungry again, but like you being hungry for a period of time and then you seeing food. You take it with everything in you. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's really beautiful. So in terms of the fashion industry, what would you say are some opportunities that people can, leverage on, look into getting into, and, making some cash for themselves?
Oh, people can go into bead making.
Okay.
Yeah, since when you go to the big factories or the big designers,
Mm.
and nowadays this kente people make for
Yes,
weddings, and
yes, yes,
they
yes.
don't do the beading on that. I remember when I
Yeah.
was doing my sister's wedding gown, I actually used 3 months to do the wedding gown. And
Mm.
with the beading alone, at that time I wish I had found somebody like, there are people who do those biddings and they charge a lot.
Yes.
But I didn't want to burden her. But I remember, I wish I had sent it because it took me like an extra month to finish that small bidding in front of that dress.
So you did that yourself also?
Yeah, I did it.
Wow. Because a
But
friend
then
was
people
telling me about
specialize
it some time ago, and I was like, and even the details in, the beats, how they do it, I'm like, hey, some of us, this thing there.
It's not easy. It wasn't easy. I'll send you a picture later for you to see.
Okay.
It wasn't easy. And I think other opportunities to styling, styling people. In Ghana, that people don't take styling seriously. But this part of the world, like, you have somebody whose full-time job is to style someone.
Yeah.
Yes. And also,
it's not like, the thing is, it's not like it's Ghana, we don't take it serious. So, I mean, how much would they even pay?
that's the thing,
You see? The
like,
person doesn't even have what he's going to eat, and you come and style me, and I'll give you what I'll do it myself. You see the thing. So sometimes some of these opportunities, they are not really viable like here, unless you really find even those top, like the musicians and all those people. When you do the thing for them, some of them, I hear stories that they don't even they don't even pay, but sometimes they introduce you to other people and then it compensates for these things. But sometimes I think the key word or the key thing is that we don't just import opportunities from elsewhere and then we want to come and paste it here and do it. But in looking at, the very things that we have in front of us. I mean, you mentioned this beading and all that. Every week people are marrying, people are, giving birth and all that. And so it's an opportunity that when people really take advantage of, they'll be able to really get something out of it. But I'm really interested in the marketing bit of, whatever we are talking about. You've mentioned 3 things right now, like from church, places where you got markets for your products. So from church, from friends, and then people's recommendations, and then social media. Okay, so in terms of social media, were you boosting, or maybe you have a lot of following, so you just post it on your socials and it does the job? Like, did you boost or anything?
No, I didn't boost, starting. I didn't have a lot of money to do all those things.
Okay.
So just with my personal account.
Okay.
I think I'm not even up to 1,000 followers, but
okay. I mean, but the people you are friends with are also friends with other people. So once they see,
at least if somebody shares, it goes like that. So I was taking advantage of that one.
Yeah, that's nice. Because I mean, sometimes when we want to start certain things, we are looking at all the things that we do not have. But even we can start right where we are.
If you never start, you cannot do it. You wouldn't know what you can do. That's the
right
thing.
Yeah.
If you don't start, and procrastination is always a thief of time. You just have to start. If somebody is watching or not, just know that one day it won't be the same.
Right. So are there other things that you've discovered that you are in the process, or when you tell us, we will steal your idea?
Oh, no, really, just planning whatever I'm here doing. When I'm done, I'll be back home, like focus on it well, because right in Ghana, if you don't have entrepreneurial skills, please,
you're going to sleep hungry.
Government is not employing again, so now you have to find your own way.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really serious.
Yeah, I'm glad you're really a forceful lady, and to be able to combine all these things, to do this, do that, and then it's really a great thing that you've been doing. Yeah.
Even Proverbs says when you are doing your work, you have to do it well. Yeah, when you read Proverbs 20 to 29, yes, it says those who are I'm not quoting, I'm just trying to remember.
Okay.
Someone who is skilled in their work will serve before kings.
Yeah.
So definitely. And a man's gift is given in love.
That's what just came to my mind.
It really makes it makes room for it.
Yeah, before kings. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. Amazing. So we are getting ready to end the session today, but I just want us to just recap on what we have talked about and just running us through. Just tell us, based on your experience, the things that we shouldn't do or the things that didn't produce much for you that you feel like, oh, we should do it this way. When we do it this way, we are going to, reap much more fruits. Beginning to end, how do we go through this so that we bring our session to an end?
Oh, okay. So, I have to summarize everything.
Yep.
Okay, so I would say passion is something everyone needs to be successful. Yeah. And I was listening to TD Jakes and he was saying something about building a business. And he said we do not have to build a business from where we are or where we've been or where we are going. But just know that the business must solve a problem or fix somebody's issue.
That's right.
Yes. So I believe God has put a gift and talent in every person. And you just have to know that once you try to develop it, the world will make room for you. Yes, often in Africa, often in that part of the world, when we are planning our career, we are always told what to do. Or things that will make a lot of money from it.
Right,
once you're a good student, everybody's parents think you have to do science and become a doctor.
Just this afternoon, I was just telling, one of the pastors, I was like, his son is going to do science in one of the, secondary schools. And I'm like, this one that your son is going to do, science. I'm sure it's a doctor that and we're all laughing because you see that you become a doctor, an engineer, or what else? What's the other thing? Maybe a lawyer or something.
Architect.
Yes, but go on, please.
Yeah, so we don't have the chance to know how to discover and develop it.
To follow passion. If you are not bold, you die of hunger if you are following passion.
That's the thing, because if you're able to develop something, it would produce money for you.
Yeah.
And that's why they always, our parents or the elders always teach us, oh, you have to teach a child how to fish, not to give a child fish. Right. But they do the opposite. Unfortunately.
They want to secure your future.
That is the thing. But then in a layman's understanding of passion is something that you deserve for it or you are devoted to it.
Yeah. And it's actually something also that when you're not, you can do without being paid.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You have a skill. Some people have the natural ability or talent to do certain things.
Yeah.
Since I came to UK, I realized children are not forced to do anything at all. And even certificates that you have really do not guarantee whether you get work or not. Most jobs here, I'm an administrator and my job came with a recommendation, not my certificate. But since I have not seen my certificate here, it's if you want to use your certificates, maybe in the professional courses. But if you just want to do an administrator, sales or something, you don't really need a certificate. You just need a recommendation. So I think people should just believe in themselves. I believe once you put your mind at something, don't really look as people going to like it or someone going to say this or that. Just be focused. Stay focused to your passion. One day you thank yourself for not giving up.
Right.
Yes. And always you must know that this work you are doing, you have to get money for it. Even the Bible says it, that the one who is unwilling to work shall not eat. So you just have to be willing and ready to do it with all your energy. Just be passionate about it, and
That's right.
it will be well with you.
It will be well with you, she said, and amen to that. Yes. So
Amen.
thank you so much, Katie Pels, for joining us on today's session. So
That's actually on my social media handles.
yes,
Like,
I intentionally mentioned that. Yes. So maybe I don't know if you are still, well, we are in Ghana. You never know. My audience are not only in Ghana, so people may just connect with you to get something done for them. So maybe you can just take us through your handles and then.
So I think I'm mostly active on Instagram.
Okay.
Yes, my Instagram account is _Katie_Pearls. And when you go there, you find all my pages there.
Okay. Awesome. Yes, awesome. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are grateful. We've learned so much from our session today. We are going to follow our passion. Some of us, even personally, it's passion that has brought me where I am right now, not my certificate or something. So maybe it's a story for
Passion
another
and the
day.
grace of God.
Yes, thank you for that. That's true. It's even the grace of God first before the passion.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so true. That's so true. So thank you so much for joining me here, and maybe we'll connect another time.
All right. Thanks for having me.
God bless you. Thanks for listening today. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the podcast so you do not miss an episode. I hope to meet you again next week right here on the Business of Everyday podcast. See you.